Hi everybody, I have a picture of me in pink and purple makeup. I think it's from last year, 2022. Right now it's 2023. I can't remember how I did it. I think I remember how I did it. I didn't film it, and I just love those pictures a whole lot. So I'm gonna try to recreate it. We'll see if I can. I used this e.l.f. foundation. My face is looking really dry right now. And then I used a color corrector under here. I used this concealer that's a little red for me, but I thought, wait a minute, I'm putting orange on there on purpose. Maybe this will help, I don't know, but it made it look pretty red. So then I did add a little bit of the e.l.f. Oh shoot, which color did I use? I want to say I used the light peach. So I did that prep. Now I know I used the pink eyeshadow from this little palette from my friend Jackie, who passed away last year. Last year? Oh my gosh, or this year. I'm pretty sure I used this one. I have something in my teeth. Look at how crinkly those under eyes are. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that didn't work so well. Anyway, I'm gonna set it with this. Let me get organized here. I'm gonna set it with this lightest pink color here, just the whole thing. Now, I guess I used too much concealer or something because it's pooling in my crease as well. These are really tiny pans. I debated maybe using this for my project pan next year because I think I could hit pan in a lot of them, but I don't want to use it up either. It's an Ulta palette. It has no name on it. I don't know. I'm sure they probably don't make it anymore. Alright, so I'm going to set it with the light pink, and then I'm going to use this metallic pink on the inside, because I'm absolutely sure I used this palette for the pink. Alright, I'll work on that as we go. I did try to recreate this one other time, and I tried to use these purples in combination, and it just didn't seem like the original picture. So I'm going to use my project pan. I'm going to go ahead and use a darker purple from here because they're very powdery and kind of shimmery, so they don't look dark purple. They end up looking kind of medium. I was not picking it up. I know I can get better pigment than that. Okay, so this is looking like the right colors from that picture. My eyes are just so crinkly today. Literally, yesterday, the makeup I did, it looked fine. My under eye looked fine, like just yesterday. So it's got to be something that it's either this foundation in general, or I don't know. Obviously, I need more pink. Oh, that's the right blend though. Oh my god, it looks so bad. Alright, I'm going to try something in a second. Let me get a little more pink. Pink. Alright, I have to stop and look at the picture. It looked a little darker in the picture, but I really like the way this blend is turning out. Let me try this technique for my under eye. I forget where I learned this from. It does seem to help. I spritz setting spray on a brush and tap it under my eye. That's a little much. But apparently it's supposed to help with the wrinkles, and I think I've had some success in the past, or maybe it's just taking some of the product off. I don't know. Okay. That does look better, doesn't it? It's a little shiny now, but anyway. Okay, and then it looks like I have this purple liner on that I've had for ages, and I've been wanting to. Now I just look like sunken. The struggle is real. I've had this forever. Maybelline, I've had it way before I knew how to use it. Oh, it's almost done. It's not going up anymore. Where is it? I can't tell. Anyway, it looks like I just did it in like the outer third underneath. I might do a little waterline. I didn't tightline at that point. I just confirmed too, it was last year. I was like, shoot, I need to look at it again. I want something bright in there actually. No, I'm gonna try to recreate. Okay. I was doing very minimal, if anything, brow stuff at the time. I cannot stand my under eye. Oh my gosh. I cannot stand it. And in the camera, I just look haggard. I just look really bad. let me get some of this on. I'm just gonna keep them pretty simple, but I don't want them to be distracting. That's what finally got me into brow stuff, was like, I couldn't stop looking at my ugly ass brows and like how hairy they were and stuff. I don't like the manufactured looking ones, but I would at least like them to match the same height, which is not gonna happen because they're very uneven. I don't want to be like, oh, everything's fine but those brows. I don't have a magic fix for it. I really don't. Maybe it's that Kaja concealer. I don't usually use that because this is looking pretty dang terrible. I'm gonna tap just a teensy bit more right in the dark area. That looks different. That looks better. It's one of those things where it's like it's harder to fix than just do right to begin with. That's going up way too high. I didn't mean it to go that high. Maybe I had too much product on. Let's just take some of it off. Okay. I'm also patting really hard because I'm frustrated at this point. I hate to powder it and risk making it more dry, but I don't want it shining. Okay. That looks a teensy bit better, and it's not like distracting me in the camera. I just look really tired today. The picture, I did have my hair back, and that does help. Also, I had a different kind of shirt on, so let me go do that. Alright. I'm not gonna go put a black tank top on because it's October and it's warm right now, but I tried a dress yesterday and I immediately was freezing, so I found a black dress that would be semi-appropriate, but tights as well. So I'm not freezing all day. The hairstyle really does matter with the look. And so does the color you're wearing. So I'm going to use this to keep the wispies down. That was unnecessary shaking. I like the colors. I think they were a little darker in the picture, and I also think they were a bit more matte. So I'm going to go in, forget the matte part because I'm going to go in with this dark purple, just a touch on the outside, and see what that does, if anything. Just in like the outer V. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, I like that. I don't think that's what I did in the photo, but I'm trying to get a look that's similar. I'm actually going to pull this in a little bit because I'm losing that purple color. It just looks like the pink is moving in. So I always stand off to the side so I can see around my camera, but then I am out of frame. I'm using this light purple here now to just kind of do the middle. I imagine that's the purple that I used. Okay, that's looking darker than the picture, but it's definitely looking purple and pink. Pretty sure I used this lipstick. I need to use these up and not repurchase because they're tested on animals for that company, for Revlon. This is a very thick gloss, essentially. I heard Revlon was having some issues with maybe somebody cruelty-free will buy them out and that'll change and they'll stop selling in China. But for now, I have no idea what I used as a blush. It's a light pink blush. I looked a lot fairer color in that photo. I need to hurry up, is what I need to do. I don't know if I used this in that. I'm gonna try it. It smells like strawberries. I do my blush now a little lower than I used to, I think. Or is it higher? Anyway. I hate the way this looks. It can't have gotten that much worse in a year. And it certainly didn't get that much worse since yesterday. Okay. I definitely need some contour going on. Pretty sure I didn't do that last time, but I'm doing it today. We'll just do some light on the nose, light contour. This brush has plenty from yesterday. I'm using this, just seeing a big old huge nose today. I'm sure I'm the only one that sees it that way, but It is what it is. It's not that big. Look at those under eyes! My god! I definitely didn't use this foundation for that photo. I didn't think that would matter so much, but clearly it does. I do look a bit more jowly than last year. I'm bringing this in a little bit more. Alright, let me see if it looks any different with mascara on. I would have probably used... I also don't think I curled my lashes, but I might have. I forget when I started doing this. I was doubtful that curling your lashes would make a difference. It really does. But it depends on your lash shape, I think. My lashes tend to be pretty straight. And they're fairly long, like they're not super short. They're not super long either, but they tend to hang straight, especially in my left eye. So it definitely helps over here. It makes a difference for sure. At least for me. I feel like this foundation is not blended very well. Okay. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. All right, I think I did it. Okay. Let's add a little more of this shimmery pink to the inner corner. Using the wrong finger, but... Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay. I'm just gonna run through, no, not with that one. I'm just gonna run through it with this real quick because I messed up the one on the left. Alright, I got pink on them, and then to make this even, I should do that. They're looking a little clumpy, but I don't mind. And I definitely didn't have lashes on in that photo. So, this is my recreation. Not bad. I need to get the mascara off under my eye. This took forever, unfortunately. But I mostly did it, I was mostly looking for this eye look. First I realized I'm gonna use up my project pan and then not have that purple. Oh, I've got something documented, because I did go back in with purple from the Ulta palette. So, this is the look. Let me know how you think I did, and oh, I forgot highlighter, hold on a second. Hold on a second, I'm just gonna add a little bit. I don't know if I was using highlighter at that point, but I forgot. Okay, using my project pan for highlighter. Okay, I might as well set it. This was just given to me in a makeup haul. So far so good with that setting spray. And okay, now officially this is the look. Not happy with the under eye, but that's okay. Let me know how you think I did. As long as I have somewhat of a close creation I can keep. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know how you think I did, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Dude, get out. This is really good YouTube filming. I might just shut up. Going. I don't know why I say pink like that. My concealers just went all over the sink. Scared the crap out of me. The other day, there was a noise in the house while I was filming, and I was like sure I was about to die. What's wrong with you? You're never clumpy. Weird. I don't know. Keep doing something.